Wow, it looks like Quavo is leaving the Migos. Do you want to win all the gift cards down below? Just leave a like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, make sure you leave a comment, and enjoy the video. I want to see if you guys can hit 10,000 likes, because I don't think you guys could do it, so prove me wrong, drop a like in this video, and make me look stupid. What's going on, guys? If you all are a fan of the Migos, make sure you hit that like button, show some support for them. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, and let us know if you want us to make more videos about the Migos. But let's just go ahead and get into this video. Quavo is one of the 3 members in the massively successful group Migos, with his cousin Offset and his nephew Takeoff. They've been exploding in rap in the recent years, elevating the sound in Atlanta, and really changing the way that artists make music nowadays. Their influence has just been so huge that it's really just changed the landscape of rap in the last few years. They're also coming off their most successful album to date, Culture, which debuted at #1 and is now certified platinum. But all good things must come to an end, and it looks like Quavo actually could be stepping away from the Migos to go solo. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the history of the Migos and really how it all began. So back in 2009, Quavo and Takeoff formed their original group, Polo Club, and that eventually led to the group that we know today, Migos. And Migos have been buzzing in Atlanta for a few years before this, but what really got them started is their breakout single, Versace. The single was produced by Zaytoven, and it peaked at number 99 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart. And later that year, Drake of course hopped on the song, made a remix, and it just got the song even bigger than anyone could have ever imagined. It even performed that song at the 2013 iHeartRadio Music Festival. So that's what got them all their initial recognition, and of course they've been building up the hype locally in Atlanta, but this song is what really started to bring them that mainstream fame. They continued to bring out the hits after hits after hits after Versace, with tracks like Hannah Montana, Fight Night, Handsome and Wealthy, Pipe It Up, Look at My Dab, and of course the massive hit Bad and Bougie that was so big that it got them on Jimmy Kimmel. And they got a massive shout out from Donald Glover at the Golden Globe Awards.
And I really want to thank the Migos, not for being in the show, but for making Bad and Bougie. Like, that's the best song ever.
So the Migos obviously have a lot of star power and hit-making abilities. You know, they've really catapulted into fame this year with their album Culture. But if you're a fan of the Migos, you know that one member stands out the most: Quavo. And I know a lot of you guys are probably fans of either Takeoff, Offset, Quavo, all 3 of them. You know, I know a lot of the opinions vary, and you know, people are fans of different ones of the group, but Quavo is definitely the star of the group. He's the one that stands out the most. And as a group, you know, they make amazing music, and I'm fans of all 3 of them, but Quavo definitely stands out as the star in the group. He just has like the perfect voice for hooks, and he's always able to make something just amazing. And being the most notable in the group, you know, it's no surprise that rumors are floating around that Quavo might actually be leaving the Migos to go solo here soon. So in the recent months, Quavo has been hopping on songs left and right without Offset and Takeoff. He had a few different songs that he featured on, like the song from Fate of the Furious soundtrack with Travis Scott and Lil Uzi Vert. It was Go Off. He was on Good Drank with 2 Chainz and Gucci. He was on Drake's song Portland with Travis Scott. And most recently, he's on the song I'm the One with DJ Khaled, Chance, Wayne, Justin Bieber. So he's definitely been working and doing a lot of, you know, solo features and stuff outside of the Migos. But not only has he been featured on a lot of different tracks, he's also been dropping some solo songs. He actually just dropped a song today while I was making this video, just a couple of hours ago, a new solo song titled Paper Over Here. So Quavo is definitely working. He's putting out solo music. He's also had a few different solo tracks. He dropped like 3 of them on Drake's OVO Sound Radio last year. There was a Cuffed Up with Party Next Door, and then he had Trap Star with just himself on it. So with the amount of solo work that we're seeing from Quavo, it looks like it could definitely be a strong possibility that he's leaving Migos at some point here soon. Like I said, this has been a pretty popular rumor for some time now. Pretty much anytime the Migos do an interview, there's always a question about, you know, if Quavo plans on going solo.
You know, that always happens for a group.
Yeah, they want the Migos to go solo. Yeah, not every, you know, there's always been something to a group, you know what I'm saying? People want people to go solo, try to break it up. Nah, this real family, we, you know what I'm saying, we blood, and we, you know what I'm saying, we came from nothing, like.
Hold up, homies, time out. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Everyone that hits that like button will have an ice cream cone appear right in their hand, dude. It's a crazy trick. You literally hit that like button and boom, you got an ice cream cone in your hand. It's nuts, dude. Make sure you hit that like button. But anyways, let's go ahead and just get back into this video. So this interview is actually from 2015, but in this interview they clearly state that they're a family, they came up together, they grinded together, they made it together, so there's no way they're gonna go solo. But like I said, this is from 2015, so it's kind of weird to see how they progressed, and Quavo is starting to focus a lot more on doing solo things, not just with the Migos. It seems like the perspective might have changed a little bit. They've definitely found the success that they've always been looking for, and they could start to focus on doing different things. I'm pretty sure Offset has also been dropping some solo songs, so it seems like all of them have been thinking differently. But like I said, Quavo is the star of the group, so he's the one that most people are focused on, and wondering if he's the one that's going to go solo. And I've actually got a few different reasons as why Quavo might want to go solo, if that is something he's thinking about, because of course there are some benefits to going solo. There's also some negatives as well, but one of the main benefits could be since he is the star, he has the potential to be a massive artist outside of just the Migos. By himself, he could be a very big artist. Some people have called him the Beyonce of the group, because Beyonce was once in Destiny's Child, and once she left, she went on to become like Queen Beyonce. Like, Beyonce is one of those stars that is just untouchable. She's massive. She's really like the queen of music at this point right now. So I mean, no one could touch Beyonce, and I'm not saying Quavo could be on Beyonce's level. Obviously, there's no way anyone could be on Beyonce's level, but the potential for Quavo to be a massive artist by himself is definitely there. He has the potential to go out and do something crazy and incredible, and he could really build himself up and just become a massive artist out today. Although the Migos are massive themselves, him going out and doing something solo could definitely build him up and just make him into a much bigger artist. And there's also other benefits as well. If he went solo, of course there's going to be more money for him. I don't know if that's a concern for him or not. I'm sure he has plenty of money. If that is something he wanted to do, if he was trying to make as much money as possible for himself, going solo could definitely do that. He could end up making a lot more money just for being by himself, not having to split the money with anyone, and just taking in all the dough, making that bread. He could definitely make a lot more money if he decided to go solo. And along with money, he could also get a ton more fame. That's kind of the same thing I said with the Beyonce thing. If he went solo, people would know Quavo a lot more. Quavo is already the most notable member out of the Migos. When you think of the Migos, Quavo is probably the first one that comes to mind, because he's done a really good job of branding himself and getting his name out there and doing things outside of the Migos. It seems like he's setting himself up to go solo, and this could bring a lot more fame for him personally. So again, I don't know if fame is something that he wants. I don't know if it's something he aspires for, but if he does want to be as famous as possible, if he wants to be a massive artist, he could be trying to go for that Drake status. He could be going for becoming the biggest artist in rap, period. And if that's something he wants to do, going solo will definitely make that happen for him. He has the potential and the talent to do something crazy. So if he wanted as much fame as possible, going solo could definitely do that. And also, going solo could open up a ton of more opportunities for him. So we've already seen him featured on tons of tracks. Like I said earlier, the song Portland by Drake, with Travis Scott, that's a really good song that Quavo's featured on. And then there's Good Drank with 2 Chainz and Gucci, which is one of my favorite songs right now. I know the song came out quite a while ago, but I mean, I just love that song, dude. Quavo's hook is what makes it. So he has that potential to just make so many hit songs, so many big songs and great songs. The more solo work that he does, the more opportunities that he opens up for himself, and it just gives him opportunities to get on other people's songs, to become a bigger artist. The more opportunities you have, the more it leads to everything else that I was talking about, all the other points. So I mean, if he decides to go solo, he opens up doors for himself, for more money, for more fame, to become a bigger star. There is a lot of incentive for Quavo to go out and do this by himself and just become the biggest star possible. So like I said, these are all rumors right now. There really is no confirmation if Quavo is going to be leaving the Migos or not. It is just kind of rumors at this point, and it's been a pretty popular rumor for a while now, but it definitely seems like it'd be a pretty good possibility, especially with him dropping a lot more solo tracks. I mean, he literally dropped one today. So Quavo's definitely focused on himself. Now, do I think personally, is Quavo going to be leaving the Migos? I don't know, man. They came up together, they grinded together, they definitely seem very tight, they seem like a family. I mean, one of the things that makes me think that he wouldn't leave the Migos is the fact that when Offset was in jail, they were out touring, making money, the songs were blowing up. They put aside like a third of their money for him, so he came home to, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know how much they made, but I'm sure he came home to tons of money. The fact that they would go out and actually set aside money for him is incredible. That's something you don't see nowadays in any type of business. People are out here trying to make as much money as possible, so that really shows that they're a family, they're very close, and they love each other at the end of the day. So I don't know if he'd necessarily leave Migos, completely. Maybe he would go solo and just try to do his own thing and continue to do the Migos. That's definitely a possibility. But I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, if he did decide to, just go solo and not necessarily leave the Migos, that could definitely put a bigger spotlight on the Migos as well if he decides to, continue doing that. But we're really just gonna have to wait and see what happens. I don't really know. This is just rumors at this point, but it is pretty interesting to talk about, we're probably gonna see here in the near future. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It's been over to Pickles with Extract Up. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.